So friends, let's start with today's bhendi curry. Now here are the few ingredients. So here I have about 7 to 8 nice firm dark green bhendis. I've washed them really well and wiped them with a nice dry kitchen cloth. Now here I have a few curry leaves, a sprig of curry leaves, say about 8 to 10 curry leaves. Then we're going to need a few other ingredients. So here I have about 5 dried red chilies that I've just broken into halves, half a teaspoon of haldi powder, 1 teaspoon of raw rice, 1 teaspoon of urad dal and methi or fenugreek seeds each, 1 tablespoon of coriander or dhania, half a teaspoon of hing, half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, a few kokum or amsul, and about 2 teaspoons of jaggery or gur, and just half a cup of freshly grated coconut. So now first I'm going to heat a pan and I'm going to dry roast all the spices that I just showed you. That is the chilies, the rice, the dhania seeds, the urad dal, and we're going to roast them for about a minute on a low to medium flame till you get this lovely aroma of all these spices roasting. Then let them roast really well and keep an eye on them, don't let them get burnt. So on a low to medium flame, stirring continuously, roast these. Now once they come to room temperature, we're going to grind this along with the fresh coconut, and I'm just going to add about 1/4 cup of water, and we're going to grind this to a very smooth paste, and we're also going to use the masala water. Now I'll just show you how to cut the bhendi or the okra. So you take off the top and the bottom, and always check your bhendi for little bit of worms or anything. Always check it. It should be very clean. And then we're just going to cut them into about an inch pieces like this, big size pieces. So take the top and the ends, both the ends off. Check the bhendi and then cut it up into 1-inch size pieces. So now once this is all done, we can start with our recipe. So here I've heated up a pan and I'm going to use only 1 teaspoon of oil for this recipe. It doesn't require a lot of oil, and we're just going to spread the oil all over the pan. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to first add the mustard seeds, also called the mohri or rye. Once they begin to splutter, I'm going to add the asafoetida or the hing. Then I'm going to add my fresh curry leaves. Curry leaves always bring out a lovely flavor to any kind of curry. Mix all of this nicely on a low to medium flame. Mix everything really well. And now we're going to add the turmeric powder or the haldi powder. Again, mix everything nicely. And now we're going to add the cut up okra or bhendi. Again, mix it well with the bagar or the fodni. And now we're just going to add about half a cup of water because we want to cook the bhendi well. And we're going to add this amsul or kokum or sola as they call it in Konkani. And now we're going to cover and cook this on a low to medium flame till the bhendi is nice and soft and cooked. Now the reason we add this sola is because bhendi is a little bit on the slimy side. So you need to add some souring agent. Now if you don't have this amsula, you can add the water of tamarind also. Now we're going to add a masala paste, the ground masala. And we're also going to add the masala water and a little more water, about a 1/4 cup more of water, because it is a curry after all, so we need to have it on a runny consistency. So after adding the masala water, I just put a little bit of water in the bowl in which I had the ground masala paste and use that water because it is full of flavor, so we don't want to let go of any of the lovely flavor of this paste. Again, mix everything really well. And then we're just going to cover and cook it on a low to medium flame till this entire mixture comes to a boil. Now once it starts to bubble like this, we add some salt to taste. And I'm going to add the jaggery or the jaggery or the gur or the god, and or you can even substitute it with sugar if you're not used to using jaggery in your food. You can also substitute it with sugar and mix everything. And again, we're just going to cook this on a low flame till everything comes together really well. And that's it, guys. This beautiful bhendi curry is all ready to enjoy. I hope you give this recipe a try.
Beautiful Goan Verdur, where you don't need to grind any masala paste. It's just a shortcut and easy recipe. Now first I washed my bottle gourd or dudhi really well, cut it up into half. Now I'm going to be using half for this recipe and I'll be using half for the other recipe which I'll be posting very soon. So keep tuned to Akshata's recipes. Now after peeling it, I've just taken off the top and I'm just going to cut it up like this into medium sized cubes. We don't want very small cubes, we don't want large cubes, so medium sized cubes. So see that your dudhi is fresh. Always taste a little bit of the dudhi and see that it is not bitter. If it is bitter, please discard it. Your dudhi should be nice and sweet and fresh and not bitter at all. So this is half a cup of dudhi. Now I've taken one small tomato which I've chopped, two green chilies which I've slit, one medium sized onion which I've cut, and 1 cup of thick coconut milk. Now I am using the ready-made coconut milk powder which I've just mixed up with some warm water, but if you want to use the organic, actually make the coconut milk, you're free to do that. Now in a bowl I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of Goa garam masala. I have posted a recipe, it's super simple. I will leave a link in the description box as well as the comment section, so check it out. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of pepper powder. Next I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder and 1/4 teaspoon of haldi or turmeric powder. That's all the powder masalas that you need. Now I'm going to mix all the powder masalas really well and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic paste. I've just taken 4 large cloves of garlic and mashed them up in my mortar and pestle, and I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of water. Add a little at a time and mix all these ingredients and this will become our masala paste. So there's no need of grinding all the spices and going through all of that. You can just mix everything nicely well together. Now the garam masala has got everything, cinnamon, cloves, so you can see the recipe and your masala paste is ready. So now we can start making our verdur. So I've taken a pan, heated it on a low to medium flame. I'm going to add only 1 teaspoon of oil. This recipe does not require extra oil. Now once the oil is hot, I'm going to add the slit green chilies and I'm going to fry the chilies really well so that they flavor the oil. Always fry your chilies well when they get a little bit of a white coating on the peel of the chili. That way it flavors the oil also very well. So once the chilies are fried, I'm going to add the onion. I've just taken 1 medium-sized onion, washed it, peeled it and just chopped it. And I'm going to saute this onion for at least half a minute till it becomes a little bit translucent. So it's very important to, bagar all the veggies well. And now I'm going to add the small tomato that I've chopped and I'm going to fry the tomato also really well for about half a minute at least. Now I'm going to add this masala paste that we made with all the powder masalas. Now I always have all these powder masalas, ready at hand. I'll leave a link to a video of my spice rack and even my kitchen tour video. So for those of you who have missed it, you can watch those all in the description box and the comment section down below. Now I'm just going to add about 1/4 cup of water to this masala paste. And now we're just going to mix everything well and we're going to wait for the tomatoes to cook a bit, to become a little soft. That takes about half a minute. So let the tomatoes cook for about half a minute till they're a little bit soft. Now we're going to add the dudhi or the gourd, the bottle gourd, and we're going to coat all the pieces well with this bagar. Next, I'm just going to cover and cook this for about 7 minutes, but stirring in between to ensure that the dudhi is cooked. So to ensure that after about 7 minutes, just press one of the pieces down with your spoon or a knife and it should break very easily into two pieces. This is very important that the dudhi gets cooked before we add the coconut milk. So mix everything nicely together. And once your dudhi or your bottle gourd is cooked, now you're going to add the coconut milk. Just add a little more water, about 1/4 cup of water. Mix everything nicely together. And you see how the color of this verdu has become nice and light. Now we're going to add some salt to taste and a little pinch of sugar. Stir everything well, give it a taste, see if you need to add a little more salt. And then we're going to cover and cook this for another 5 minutes. And you can see that now the dudhi has become translucent. You can actually, it's like the pieces are translucent. That means your dudhi is ready, your verdur is ready. And this goes best with some nice rice and some fried fish and pickle, or even some prawn chili fry at the side. So just serve this up nice and hot. And it's really, really delicious. And this is very nice for the summer. It's very light on the palate and the tummy. So do try out this recipe and do let me know in the comment section how you like this recipe. Go and check out all my other Goan recipes. All the recipes with their links will be in the description box as well as the comment section. You just click on the link and you can go to my recipe directly. So thank you so much for being here on Akshata's Recipes. I'll catch you soon in my next video. Bye. Lovely recipe of ambode dal. Now here I've taken 1 cup of chana dal, washed it really well under water thrice, and I'm going to soak it in 3 cups of water for 6 hours. You can even soak it for about, a longer period, up to 10 hours also. Basically, we want the chana dal to nicely absorb all the water and really fluff up for this recipe. So just set it aside for about 6 hours at least. Now, in the meantime, I've taken one small kairi. You don't need to take a very large or medium sized, even a small kairi will do. Wash the kairi really well, or the raw mango, and peel the raw mango. So since we're using 1 cup of chana dal, one small raw mango will suffice. If you want to make a larger quantity, then a medium sized kairi will also do. So wash the kairi really well, and then we're going to just peel it using a potato peeler, or you can even use a knife. Once that is done, I'm just going to use the large, the holes of the grater, and I'm going to grate it in this way so that we get these long strands of the raw mango. Now grate it up to you till you come to the center, that is the seed of the mango. So don't grate the white, the part which is very close to the seed. Avoid grating that part. So this is a very delicious recipe. For those of you who are not very familiar with it, you must give it a try. It's really a nice summer kind of a snack item. And now I'm just going to refrigerate this till I'm ready to make the ambode dal. So you can store it away in your refrigerator. So now after 6 hours, I've drained out all the water from this chana dal that was soaked. And you can see that it has become nice and light and fluffy and actually swelled up. So now I'm going to add this dal, the soaked dal, without any water to my mixer jar. So this is a evening kind of a snack item which is eaten during the summertime when raw mangoes are available. And now I'm going to add 2 light green chilies that I've just cut up into smaller bits. And then I'm going to add our grated mango or grated raw mango. Just give it a gentle mix. And now we're just going to add some salt to taste. And I'm also going to be adding 1 teaspoon of sugar. So this will balance out the taste. Now we're going to grind this to a coarse paste like this. And now transfer the paste to a mixing bowl because we're going to temper it or add a tadka or a fodni. So just transfer this mixture that we've ground to a large mixing bowl. And now I've taken my small tempering pan or tempering vessel, and I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of oil. Now once our oil is nice and hot, we're going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, that is mori or rye. Once the mustard seeds begin to splutter, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. I'm going to then take 2 dried Kashmiri red chilies which I've broken up into half and add that to the tadka. And half a teaspoon of asafoetida as well as half a teaspoon of turmeric or haldi powder. So once we've added everything, turn off the flame, just mix everything well. See that the red chilies are nicely fried. And now I'm just going to add this to my ground dal. So since we've not cooked the dal, so this will, the oil which is hot will kind of, cook it a bit to the right amount, and then just give everything a very good mix. Let all of the tempering mix really well with the ground dal. Now at this point you can just give it a taste to see if you require any more salt or sugar, or even if you want a little more of the kairi, then you can add a little more grated kairi. And I'm going to just add about a tablespoon of chopped up coriander, fresh coriander leaves, and that's it, guys. You can have this hot, or you can chill it up in your refrigerator and have it as an evening snack. This is an ideal summer snack, so do give it a try, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.